Hi, Suze Shaner Brodex with Sage Leadership Strategies, here with another Sage tidbit. And today I'm going to share a story of one of my clients with their permission, of course, but I'm going to call this client Mark. Mark, the first time I met him, he shared with me a number of factors that molded and shaped his life. And one of them was that his father died when he was 17, and he was extraordinarily close to his father. So this was devastating. And I'm going to fast forward a couple months in the story with Mark because is how this comes into play. One day we were talking about one of Mark's leaders. We're going to call him Jerry. Jerry was a sales leader who had a very dictatorial, command and control, very much authoritarian style. And his style was really wreaking havoc on his team, affecting their morale, which of course then affected their results. And so one day I asked Mark, I'm just curious, what's getting in the way of you giving Jerry more direct feedback and holding him accountable for changing his behavior? And he said, my father always told me that when you're in a position of power, you must take that seriously and you must protect the weak. And he perceived Jerry to be weak. And we talked about that. And he said, well, Jerry was about 15 years older than Mark. He was overweight. He smoked. He was really unhealthy. He had a heart condition. And it's almost as if Mark was afraid that if he confronted him on some things, it might affect his health in some way. So he would sort of treaded lightly, around Jerry. So a couple of other questions I asked Mark is, well, let's look at who's weak and who needs protection. In protecting Jerry, who are you not protecting? Of course, was his team, and how was his team affected and impacted? I also asked Mark, I understand this is a way for you to honor your father's legacy and his advice that he gave you. What is a way in which that you can honor your father's legacy and his advice and make him proud of you as a leader, in a way that works better for you and the team? And so he realized that he did need to give Jerry some very direct feedback. And he ended up working with him over time, actually putting him on a plan. And over several months, they came to a mutual decision where Jerry left the organization, which actually in conversations was better for Jerry. And of course, it was better for the organization and the team. But it was a process that Mark had to work through, and it really helped him grow into his leadership, as well as, honor some of his own internal, motivations and support, and honor the legacy of his father. So this is a really good example of where people's past, their motives are so important in the coaching process in terms of what do you want to leverage, what do you want to let go of, what do you want to think about differently. So my questions to you today are several fold. Is there anyone that you're protecting? What's behind you protecting them? What's your understanding of where they may be weak or vulnerable? Is there someone that you should be giving more clear, direct feedback with, and perhaps holding them accountable? And how do you hold them accountable in a way that calls them into being the best leader or an employee that they can be? So, food for thought. Have a great day.